Ladies and gentlemen, and photographers and video designers, we're going to do part 5 of our video slideshow. We're going to add animations. So we're going to create an image, or take an image that we already have and turn it into a PNG. This is a file format. It allows us to have an alpha channel, which is what we need. What's an alpha channel? The alpha channel is a color component that represents the degree of transparency or opacity of a color. Basically, that means that we can make part of the picture transparent. Let's take a look at an example of what I'm talking about. Okay, so if you look at this right here, this is what we're going to do. So we're going to add a track on top. We're going to extend one of our images that has a kind of a plain background, and then we're going to put a picture on top. And if you look, the picture is going to be transparent. You can see it's transparent all around, and we're going to add some animation to it. It's going to zoom in, and it's going to eventually zoom out. Okay, so that's the idea of what we're going to do. Okay, so so let's do the first step of creating a PNG. But to create the PNG, we need to have paint.net. So you can download it, even though it's paint.net. We actually don't use it on the internet. We're going to use it on the PC. So you can go here to get the download, or you can go to Canvas to get it. So let me show you what that's going to look like. So you could go to let's see if there it is. Okay, so we're going to go to Canvas, and right here in composition photography photos for the video slideshow, at the top there's the files and folders for the video slideshow. You can open that in a new tab, and you can click on that to get it in a new tab. And so here's the files and folders. If you look at the free video editors and software, if you go inside there, you can see the downloads. There's OpenShot download, and then here's the paint.net download. So you can download it two different ways. You can go download it from Canvas, or you can download it from the paint.net website. Okay, so let's the next thing we're going to need to do is actually find the picture. So we're going to go to Google, and we're going to search for a flower. I'm going to do a flower because my video slideshow is on a flower. You're going to find a picture that's relevant. So I found this one, and I like this one for two reasons. Number one, it's pretty. Number two, it has a plain background. And then actually the third reason, number three, the quality is good. So I'm going to right click on this. I'm going to say save image as, and I'm going to save it to my composition photography video slideshow with 5 photos and video slideshow picture assets. And I'm going to save it as flower for animation.jpg. I already did it, so it's already there. And I'm going to hit save, click. Actually, but I'm going to hit cancel because I already did it. So you save that, okay, and once you do that, by the way, I'm assuming that you've already installed paint.net. You're going to right click on it, and you're going to say open with, and we're going to say paint.net. Okay, so we have the picture in paint.net. Okay, and so the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to crop out stuff I don't need. So I'm going to go to my selection tool, and whenever you crop, you do it in the 2 steps. You click from the top to the bottom right. We're going to go a little bit past, and I hit crop. And then you're going to go from the bottom right to the top left, and I'm going to go just a little bit beyond, and I'm going to hit crop. Okay, so now we're going to go to our trusty magic wand tool. We're going to, because it's all one color, it's going to be easy, and we're going to hit delete. Now, if I were to save this, this would actually all turn white because this is a JPEG and it doesn't have an alpha channel. So we need to go File, Save As, and we're going to save it as a PNG. So I'm going to choose PNG, which has an alpha channel, and I've already done it, so I'm going to save it that, and I'm going to hit Save. I'm going to click Yes, and I'm going to click OK. All right, so now we have our picture. So now let's go back here. Let's see if we did. Okay, so we've done all this. All right, so we're ready for the next slide, which is we're going to add a track, expand the timeline, add a PNG, and right-click. Okay, so we're going to go to our project, which this is kind of where we left off. So I'm going to go File, Open Project, and this is actually where we left off. Okay, so it looked a little bit like this. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to right-click, and I'm going to add a track above. Okay, and the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to get ready to add my picture. I want to add it here, but I want to lengthen this a little bit. So I need to scoochie all these over, so I'm going to click and drag to select all the stuff, and I'm just going to drag it over just a little bit to give us a little bit more room. Make it a little bit longer. Okay, and so then I'm going to click on this, and then I'm going to drag this over to create that overlap we had. Okay, so if you look right here, there's some green stuff. Those are some little animations, and it's going to be a little there's going to be too much going on if this thing slides in, moves around, transitions in. There's too much going on if we're going to add that moving picture. So I'm going to right-click, and I'm going to get rid of the fade. Oops, didn't do it. I'm going to right-click, I'm going to get rid of the fade. And so you saw that the little green dots got rid of. Those little green lines right there represent some animations and things like that. And I'm going to get rid of, what was the other one? No animation. Okay, so we got rid of the animation. Okay, so now it's going to be a little bit more plain Jane. All right, so now I'm going to import this new file we just made. Here's my PNG. I'm going to double click on that, and I'm going to drag it onto track 6. And I'm going to put it right there, and I'm going to shrink the time a little bit. I'm going to bring it to like right there. Okay, and so now if you look, okay, so we have the picture appears, okay, but now is where we add the animation. So I'm going to right click on that picture. I'm going to go to animate. I'm going to go from the start of the clip. I'm going to go for, you can do whatever you want, but I'm going to go from the edge to the center. So I'm going to go from the left to the center. And then I'm going to right click again, and I'm going to go to animate, and we're going to do the end of the clip, and we're going to go from the center to the edge. I'm going to go center to bottom. All right, so now we hit go, and you can see we have our picture that's a background, and then the flower is going to zoom in. It's going to sit there for a little while, and then it's going to zoom out. Okay, that's it. So make sure you save your changes, and that's it for now.